So I've been very adamant about just being very direct with my audience and setting expectations. When those expectations are not met, I readjust to the point where we may over communicate, as a customer, relationship. So to me, I like to be very direct. I like to be very succinct with what to expect. Surprises are never good in business. So let's try to minimize those so we know what we're getting when we're going to get it.
Yeah, we don't want surprises late in the game. That is the key for cost overrun and scope creep and all those type of things that we talk about. So, is there some time where you were trying to balance all these things and it did go sideways?
Yeah, so I was managing a automotive customer. They were a tier one to the automotive industry, and the team I was leading was doing their best job and being better at the metrics. We had KPIs that we would need to adhere to within a certain time frame, and we were on track. Everything was going well, and we had an issue. That issue ended up completely taking our roadmap or our KPIs in the wrong direction, despite our best efforts. So we did everything right, but we had a new issue that really derailed us.
So, how do you recover from something like that?
We ended up doing it's basically an issue resolution process. So I led an issue resolution team so we can understand this new issue that we're having, guiding the team to understand really what the root cause is, what went wrong. We understand how big it is. We don't understand the scope. Let's go through the process again, using our process that we've learned in the past. We applied it to a new problem that we didn't expect. So we run a very fast team, and I was able to make sure that team got to root cause very quickly. We were able to contain it, and I led them towards getting to a real root cause and corrective action. And that was key to minimize the damage because our KPIs rolling 12 months. So the longer they persist, the harder it is to improve them. So acting fast and acting very deliberate was key.
Okay. So, what type of things do you measure? We talked about there's engineering trade offs and constraints that you have to deal with. There are goals that you're trying to reach. And of course, those revenue targets is what the business is all about.
Yeah, some of the metrics that we would measure would be time to get root cause. When we had an issue, our ability to contain that quickly was very key. It minimized damage, and every 24 hours was a loss to our customers. Our failure rates were, I guess, a primary parameter. We measured in parts per million. So parts per million, and then over time, we moved into parts per billion as the standard raised. So these two metrics were very front and center during meetings. And so I would really have to understand what's the data behind these two? How are we doing? Do we see a problem in the future? Let's get ahead of it